everyone, so today I'm filming a video about skincare and what I use on my skin. I've had a few requests to do a video like this and I thought now is the time because my skin's quite good at the moment. First I should probably tell you a little bit about my skincare background or my skincare history or whatever you want to call it. I had really nice skin all throughout my teenage years until I was 17. On my 17th birthday I asked my mum for or was it 18th birthday, I asked my mum for a Clinique skincare 3-step regime because my friends used it and they had lovely skin and I did as well at the time. I didn't need to use it but I wanted it anyway, so we trotted along. I got my skincare matched up at a Clinique stand and I spent 70 odd quid, well my mum did, on this present for me. And I got back and I used it religiously, the face wash, the toner and the moisturizer, and I used it for about 2 weeks, and by the end of that time my skin was a mess. It was horrendous. It was red, it was blotchy, I had spots, it was like a volcano. My skin, I'd never had my skin as bad as that before. I did get the occasional spot here and there but it was never as bad as that. So I stopped using the products immediately because it was obviously my skin wasn't used to it and it was too strong and too harsh for my skin. Like the toner actually stung when I put it on but I thought it was working, but that was stupid. So then I coped with that for a year or two, full-blown acne for 2 years after using this Clinique thing, and I finally got fed up. I went to the doctor and I said to him, help me, and he put me on pills. He gave me antibiotics beginning with D for 3 months, which helped a little bit, but my skin was still a mess. It was still really spotty. And then he put me on something called minocycline and I was on that for a month or 3 months, I can't remember, maybe a month, and it cleared my skin up and I'd never been so happy in my life. I felt like I had my confidence back. I was so happy, and I think that was just before my 21st birthday. So yeah, so I am very prone to acne now. If I get stressed I get spots, if I have a bad diet I get spots, if I get lovesick I get spots. So my skin is annoying. If I use new products I get spots basically, so I'm very acne prone. My skin, I've got an oily T-zone and dry cheeks. I get spots everywhere. It doesn't, like, they come up everywhere, it doesn't really matter. So last year I started using Paula's Choice skincare and my skin has been amazing since then, unless I get stressed or whatever. So that's kind of my skincare history, my background, and I thought I'd show you what I've been using recently, or for the past few years actually, to keep my skin in order. So I guess we'll start with face wash because that's the first thing. I use Paula's Choice Normalizing Cleanser from the Clear range, and this is pore clarifying gel. This stings like hell if you get it in your eyes, but it takes makeup off really nicely, and it's fragrance free, colour free. It has no rubbish ingredients in. It just does the job of getting rid of your makeup and leaving your skin clear. But the past 2 weeks or so I've actually been using this sometimes as well. It's the Philosophy Purity Cleanser, and I have had a few spots since using this, but I think it's just kind of bringing it all out and now my skin's kind of good again. So it says it's a 3-in-1 cleanser for face and eyes, and it does a good job of removing all makeup. And you know what, after I use this my skin doesn't feel tight or dry at all, whereas this sometimes, because it has got products in it to get rid of blemish skin, it does leave my skin feeling a little bit tight after I wash it, but this does not at all, and it's a nice feeling to have clean skin that doesn't need to have moisturiser slapped on top of it. I should also say now that I only wash my face in the morning with these, and in the evening probably 3 times a week. If I've got a lot of heavy makeup on, or if I'm washing my hair that night, then I'll use these in the shower. On the other nights, you're going to kill me, I use baby wipes. Baby wipes are kind of the only thing that don't, apart from these 2 face washes, that don't make my skin spotty. They do a good job of removing my makeup I know it's a sin to use baby wipes to take makeup off, but it works for me and I'm happy with that. So I use Johnson's baby wipes. They're really kind of like good for sensitive skin. So I use that to take my foundation off and kind of all my face stuff. For the eyes, I use Bioderma, and I just pour a little bit of this onto one of the wipes and kind of hold it and then wipe it away. And I do feel like I'm tugging at my skin a bit, which isn't good, but it does an amazing job, both of these together, of getting rid of harsh eye makeup, which I do wear daily. And I'm nearly out of this Bioderma as well, so, and I think I've been using this since Christmas, not every day because I've been trying other stuff as well, but it does a really good job. Also recently I've been using this DHC Deep Cleansing Oil, which was in the August Glossy box, and it's just basically an oil, and what I do anyway, so I put it on my hands, I rub it on my eyes gently, and then use a wipe to remove it, and then maybe wash my eyes as well. And it does a really good job of removing waterproof makeup. And I've recently been testing waterproof mascara out, and it's such a pain to remove. It's amazing mascara, but it's such a pain to remove. So this does a really good job of removing that. Okay, next step is toning. I don't tone because I think it is a waste of time. I know it closes your pores after washing, after taking your makeup off, but I've never found the benefits apart from another Paula's Choice product, which is the Extra Strength Targeted Blemish Relief Toner, and this is again from the Clear range, and it has 2% salicylic, oh I can't say it, salicylic acid in it, and this, I use this 2 times a week after I take my makeup off in the evening, just on a piece of cotton wool, and I just sweep it over the kind of area that I get spots, and this really helps if you get spots. If I do get a really nasty spot, I will just apply it this to a little bit of a cotton wool, and I'll hold it on the spot and make sure that everything's kind of removed from that area, and it does a great job of drying spots out. So I love this, and I couldn't imagine not using this anymore. Moisturizers are up next. I use 2 main ones, and then I kind of switch up a little bit and use some serums sometimes. So the 2 that I use are again from Paula's Choice. Now these are a bit tatty because I love them and I use them all the time. I do need to repurchase both of these as well. This one is the Skin Balancing Moisture Gel for normal to oily combination skin, and it's literally just a clear gel, and it feels so silky soft, like it's so silky. Again, all Paula's Choice products are fragrance free, colour free, so there's no unnecessary ingredients in there, and it's just so soft. It really leaves my skin feeling hydrated, and I use that before bed. And then in the morning when I moisturise, I use this one, which is the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Daily Mattifying Lotion with SPF 15 and antioxidants. I'll put all the info down below in the sidebar and on my blog post. I'm going to link to this. So I use this in the day because it has SPF 15 in it. It's a cream instead of a gel compared to the other one, so it's a little bit thicker, and it makes my makeup kind of look a bit nicer because my skin's nice and prepped for it. So I use, these are my 2 moisturisers. Sometimes before I go to bed I will use either my Bioeffect serum, which I have misplaced, but I have done a review of it on my blog, so if you want to see what it looks like, I'll link that below. Which is an amazing but really expensive serum, and it just really, I use it once or twice a week if I remember, and it makes my skin look glowing the next morning. It's amazing. And then recently I've been using this YSL Forever Youth Liberator Serum, which I got in the Harrods Glossy box, just a tiny little sample, and I used this last night as well instead of a moisturiser, just kind of around the eye area, because I am quite into anti-aging products, and I think you should probably start in your early 20s. So yeah, and that's nice as well, it does the job. Exfoliators. I use just one exfoliator, and I've used it for absolutely years, and it works, and it's the St. Ives Apricot Scrub. This one is the Fresh Skin Invigorating one, and it really helps remove all your dead skin cells. It smells lovely. My boyfriend actually swears by this as well. It's the only product he uses, and he gets through loads of St. Ives because he washes with it every night and morning actually. And he's got lovely skin, so it does work, and it does get rid of all the dead skin cells and flaky skin if you dry your skin out too much using spot creams, if you're anything like me. And it's quite affordable and it lasts forever, these tubes. Finally, problem skin like me, if you suffer from spots, these are the products I swear by. Firstly, Quinoderm. I haven't reviewed this on my blog yet, but I need to. I really need to, because it is amazing. Honestly guys, this is incredible. This one's a fat one, but you can get skinnier ones for about £3. That's how affordable this is, and they last ages. So basically, Quinoderm is a cream for acne. What has it got in it? Benzoyl peroxide. But normal benzoyl peroxides don't work for me, but this one really does. And if I have a spot, I will pop a tiny bit of this onto it before I go to sleep, and it will have reduced it the next morning. And if I use it kind of for a few days on the spot will go really quickly. If once a week, I might just put a little bit of this on my cheeks, my chin and my forehead before I go to bed, just to kind of stop the spots coming in the first place. It does dry your skin out if you use it too much. Normally if I get a spot, I'll keep applying this more than I probably should, and my skin gets really dry and flaky, which is not attractive. So that's where the St. Ives comes in handy, to scrub all that away. But so just remember not to use it too much. But I have recommended this to so many people and they all swear by it now. Someone recommended it to me, I started using it, my family saw how amazing my skin is, so now they all have a tube. Seriously, my sister has a tube, my dad has a tube, and my mum has a tube of this. That is how amazing it is. So I really recommend that, and it's £3. It's behind the counter at Boots, so go up to the pharmacy bit and say I want Quinoderm and they'll give it to you. Next up is Freedom, which I have done a review of on my blog. This is expensive. This is like £7 and it expires quite quickly, I find. But if you have it works on a certain type of spot. It's one of those spots that you know is going to come to a head really quickly. This Freedom is amazing on those type of spots. Not so good on kind of little blackheads or anything. But it's just like a clear film, and you just wipe it over the spot and the next day it should be gone down drastically. But I prefer using both of these together because this helps, like this is only a certain type of spot that I find it works on best. And remember as well that if you have problem skin, this will really help. It should really help, the Paula's Choice Blemish Relief Toner. So these three are kind of my favourite products for getting rid of spots. Maybe I'll do another video on blemish skin. I don't know, let me know if you want that. So I think that's everything. I hope that you found this video helpful. I quite like knowing what other people use on their skin, because if they've got amazing skin, that is good, and you want your skin like theirs, if that makes sense. But I know that everyone has different skin and different products work on different people, so what I use might not be great for you, but it might be amazing for someone else. So I guess just try. It's taken me 24 years, oh my god, I'm 24 now. It's taken me 24 years to kind of find a regime of products that work for me, and I've been through so many products that I have done nothing for my skin. So just remember that. Okay, so if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Leave me a comment, send me an email, comment on my blog, I don't mind. And I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, thanks guys, see ya, bye.